Alright, so we're playing Ghost Recon here, and the game type is Sabotage. So in the very beginning here, a lot of the action happens in this one spot. This is about the center of the map, and so I go rushing it right away. What comes up here is pretty interesting because there's no one that actually comes here. As you can see, a lot of people have the same idea, where we all rush this one place. Now it's a good idea when all your teammates are looking ahead that you should probably cover your back. Here we go, and there's a guy. People will try to flank you in this map pretty easily, so it's always good to keep an eye out in front of you and behind you. Now, I didn't die, but I did end up retreating there because I was being spotted. I like to use the grenade launcher only because it's very good for taking out people when they're hiding behind cover. It usually will either kill them or knock them back. On my soldier class, I use the light machine gun because it allows me so that way I can suppress enemies when shooting at them. It makes it so that way they can't aim as well and they can't really hit me. Although it has a lot of recoil, I think that suppressing the enemy and getting some more points for it is better than getting the kill itself. Alright, here's an example of suppressing the enemy. What happens is on your aimer, there will be little yellow arrows, and you'll start earning points for suppressing. With the M60 it's pretty good too because you have 200 bullets, so you can just keep suppressing them. Now I'm switching over to the engineer class only because it's my highest level class and it's the easiest to gain points on. Now what I usually do is I'll rush over to an area close to spawn, not really in the open, but because you can't deploy your drone in spawn, you have to go outside of spawn. Now once I reach that point out of spawn, I deploy my drone and I start going at it, looking for the enemies. I do find this one guy, so it's always good to just stick with the one person that you find. Keep your distance, otherwise they will shoot you down. It doesn't really look like this guy's going anywhere, so I think I'll just cut the clip here. Alright, so here's two guys on the bridge, and as you can see, my teammates can see them, so they're just tossing nades. They're both still taking cover, and because I'm at a distance, they won't shoot me down. And as you can see, you get 300 XP for every assist that you get with the UAV or with sensors. and that's actually a lot of XP. So using the drone is extremely helpful to leveling up. Alright, so I see a guy over here, and immediately I go over and I try to spot him. Now, I still keep my distance, and they don't know where I am. And a good idea is when you're using UAV is to take cover. So I take cover right above a light post. You'll see that in a second. So he flees, and I don't really feel like chasing him down. And as you can see, I'm hovering over a light post, so it's harder for them to see me and to shoot me. Here comes another guy, and it looked like my teammate was right there, but he was actually underneath. Unfortunately for this guy, here comes a teammate, and he'll probably be killed. Yeah, there's two. I think he's gonna die. Alright, so there's another 300 XP. And then this guy will probably die too, because he's being shot at. Now, I have 7 assists, and I have the most XP on my team. Only because I probably am getting all these points and XP from assists. This game doesn't really revolve around kills as much as teamwork and assists. Especially in Sabotage, because if it comes to a draw game, the winner is usually determined by which team used the most teamwork and helped each other out the most. Alright, this game is coming to a close. And we won. Alright, so we ended up winning because we had the better teamwork. Now, I had 8 assists and 3,969 XP, while the other person, who had way more kills than I did, only had half of my XP. Sometimes in this game, the amount of kills you get doesn't always add up to the amount of assists that you get. In this next game, this place is basically an open corridor or street, just waiting for snipers to take advantage. There's 2 high outposts, one on either side of the map. Snipers usually like to hide out there, but I personally like to hide on the ground. Before you take a shot, it's always good to go invisible. In this game, it's always pretty good to line up your shot and make sure that you get the one-hit kill before you actually take the shot. Otherwise, you'll probably die. Now here's a mistake that I made. I took a shot before I needed to. Luckily though, I was able to recover and still get the headshot off. Now I was just shot there, and sometimes the best thing to do is, instead of waiting there and trying to look for the guy, is to just retreat back. We also ended up winning that match. I didn't have the greatest score, and that's because I was sniping. Alright, and here's just me dancing. Alright, that's it.